They will tell you that success belongs only to those who sit in grand classrooms, who frame their degrees on polished walls, whose parents proudly speak of medical colleges, engineering universities, business administration, and top-ranked institutions. They will tell you that without a degree, you are destined to remain ordinary, trapped in a cycle of average jobs, limited respect, and a predictable life. But let me tell you a truth they don't speak loudly. The truth society hides beneath fancy certificates and decorated graduation caps. Success has never belonged only to degrees. Success belongs to courage. Success belongs to hunger. Success belongs to those who refuse to give up. This is the story of a boy named Ayan, born not in a wealthy home, not surrounded by privilege or opportunity, but born with something far more powerful, relentless determination. Ayan grew up in a small neighborhood where dreams were rarely spoken out loud. His father worked long tiring shifts at a workshop, stained with grease and exhaustion, and his mother stitched clothes late into the night to help support the family. Their life wasn't glamorous, it was simple, honest, and full of struggle. But despite everything, they wanted one thing desperately: they wanted Ayan to study, to become what they never could. And Ayan wanted that too. He dreamed of sitting in a top university, wearing a graduation gown, receiving applause from the crowd while his parents' eyes filled with tears of pride. But life, sometimes, has a cruel way of changing paths without permission. Just as Ayan finished high school, his father fell seriously ill. Hospital bills came like storms, crushing every financial plan. College fees? Impossible. Survival became the only priority. Ayan watched as the dream he carried for years slowly slipped through his fingers, replaced by the weight of responsibility. People around him began whispering. Poor boy, he had potential but fate ruined him. He'll probably end up doing some small job forever. Without a degree, who will respect him? Ayan heard every word. And every word hurt. But deep inside, something ignited, not sadness, not defeat, but fire. He took a job in a small mobile repair shop. It wasn't glamorous. It didn't have air conditioning, fancy chairs, or the pride of a corporate office. It was a dimly lit shop with wires scattered like tangled hopes and tiny tools lying lifelessly across the table. On day one, the owner introduced him as the new helper. Customers barely looked at him, he was invisible. But Ayan wasn't there just to earn money. He was there to learn. Every phone that came in, every damaged circuit, every software failure, he watched carefully. When customers talked, he listened. When technicians worked, he absorbed. While everyone else went home after work, Ayan stayed longer, practicing silently, understanding, researching on old computers, learning from free tutorials, reading online guides late at night. He didn't sleep less because he was forced to. He slept less because he was hungry to grow. Slowly, he began repairing devices on his own. Customers started noticing him. This boy works fast. He fixes things properly. He explains everything so clearly. Respect didn't come instantly. It arrived quietly. Months passed and Ayan had learned almost everything about mobile hardware and software. But society still judged him. Relatives always asked, "So, did you get admission anywhere?" Neighbors asked, "Which degree are you doing?" Some people asked sarcastically, "Still at that little shop?" Each question tried to belittle him. Each sentence tried to remind him he wasn't what society labeled successful. But Ayan had stopped fighting for approval. He was fighting for his future. One day, a businessman walked into the shop with a completely dead phone. It contained important data, business files, contracts, financial records. Every technician tried and failed. They gave up. But Ayan didn't. He worked on it for hours, researching, testing, trying different recovery techniques. Everyone told him it wouldn't work. Everyone said it was impossible. But Ayan kept going until, finally, the screen lit up. The data was saved. The businessman stared at him in shock. "Where did you study?" he asked. Ayan smiled softly. "Life," he replied. That businessman didn't just pay him generously. He offered him a deal. "I'm starting a new tech service company. I need someone like you. Someone who doesn't rely only on certificates but on real skill." For the first time, Ayan stepped into an office building, not as a degree holder, not as an intern, but as someone valued for his expertise. He worked harder than anyone, learned faster than anyone, and proved himself every single day. But his journey didn't end there. With the experience he gained and the confidence he built, Ayan made a bold decision. He opened his own small repair and tech solution center. It wasn't grand, but it had something bigger than luxury. It had vision. He named it Rise Tech, Solutions Beyond Limits. People laughed at him in the beginning. Business without degree? Who will trust him? He'll fail. But customers trusted him not because of certificates on walls, but because of results in their hands. They trusted his honesty, his hard work, his commitment. His small shop turned into a recognized service center. His income grew. His confidence grew. His respect grew. Eventually, he didn't just repair devices, he trained students. Many of them had lost hope because they couldn't afford college. Many believed their lives were over because they didn't get degrees. Ayan stood in front of them and said, "A degree is beautiful. Education is powerful. But remember this, a degree is a path, not the only path. If life closes one door, it doesn't mean all doors are locked. Sometimes, you just need to build your own door, and walk through it." Years later, when Ayan's father looked at the successful business his son built, when he saw the employees working, the customers trusting, the respect flowing, tears returned to his eyes. The same tears he once dreamed to cry at a graduation ceremony, he now cried with even greater pride. Not because his son had a degree, but because his son had courage. And courage will always outrank certificates. Let me tell you something today, maybe you couldn't study. Maybe life pushed you down too early. Maybe you failed exams. Maybe college wasn't possible for you. Maybe responsibilities came before campus life. Maybe society calls you less. But listen carefully. If you are willing to learn, you are not uneducated. If you are willing to work hard, you are not weak. If you refuse to give up, you are not a failure. Skills can be learned. Knowledge can be gained. Experience can be earned. Opportunities can be created. The world will try to scare you with the idea that without a degree, you are nothing. But here is the truth they won't tell you. Companies hire degrees. Success hires skills. People respect titles. Life respects effort. Degrees open doors. Determination breaks walls. Maybe you will not become what society labels typical successful. Maybe you won't wear a fancy suit or sit in a corporate office, or maybe you will, through your own journey. But one thing is certain. If you are willing to learn, work, rise, fall, stand again, and keep going, you will succeed. With or without a degree. So don't lower your head when someone asks, "Where is your degree?" Raise your head and answer confidently. "I may not have a degree. But I have discipline, I have passion, I have skills, and I have faith. And with these, I will build a life even my degree-holding critics will admire one day." Remember. The world respects results. Life rewards persistence. Success bows only to those who never stop moving forward. This is the truth they don't tell you. This is the truth they hide. But this is the truth you must never forget. Success without a degree is real, possible, and completely achievable. All you need is the courage to believe it.